Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been deep in the FPL drafts, tinkering, strategizing, and pulling my hair out. But I finally landed on what I believe will be the base for my final team going into the deadline this Friday. Of course, any last minute injury news or significant transfers could shake things up, but honestly, I don't expect to be changing many of these players. Let's dive in and break down my selections player by player. I'm not planning to use any chips early on. My philosophy is to wait and see how teams settle into the season. I'll aim to play my wildcard and bench boost chips to align later on in the season, ideally using my wildcard one game week and my bench boost the game week immediately after. My chosen shot stopper is Verbruggen from Brighton, priced at 4.5 million, which is a real bonus given his potential. Brighton's defense isn't elite, but it isn't terrible either. I'm also really keen on him because his stats, even from last year when he played 36 games, suggest he has a decent number of saves per 90, around 2.53. We want those save points. Moving on to defense, I've got Milenkovic from Nottingham Forest. He's a 5.5 million defender, and makes him stand out is his excellent defensive contributions. Last year, Forest were actually a good defensive team, and Milenkovic himself scored 5 goals and assisted 2, showing some attacking threat to go with his solid defensive returns. He was a god last year, and I am hoping for a repeat. Next up, I like Tosin from Chelsea. He's priced at 4.5 million, and I'm confident he's going to be a starter for Chelsea this season. And with their good fixtures to start the season, I'm liking the centre half. My final starting defender is Wan-Bissaka for West Ham. He's a 4.5 million budget option. Last year, he managed 2 goals and 6 assists, which is great attacking output for his price, especially for a defender. He might be playing for a middle of the table team, but with a good fixture run, he is a fantastic option. All right, let's talk about the midfield. First up, and no surprise here, it's Mohamed Salah from Liverpool. He now costs 14.5 million, the most expensive midfielder ever. He is, without a doubt, the best FPL midfielder out there. I mean, he scored 344 points last season and consistently breaks 200 points every year he gets decent minutes. He's the key man for Liverpool's attack, and even with the team transitioning, I still have absolute faith in Mo. Yes, he'll be off for AFCON later in the season, but that's a problem for Game Week 16, not now. Next, in my midfield, I've got Bukayo Saka from Arsenal. He's a premium pick at 10 million, and while some debate exists between him and Cole Palmer, I think Saka is a fantastic choice. He's a consistent performer, and with Arsenal getting a dedicated striker this season, I expect his numbers to climb. Bruno Fernandes at Manchester United is an easy choice for me. He's priced at 9 million, and I believe he's going to start the season well. He's on penalties, incredibly creative, and he's the team's talisman. Rarely misses a game and always plays the full 90 minutes. Plus, United don't have European congestion this season, which is a huge bonus, and he'll rack up defensive contribution points too, having been second in the league for ball recoveries last year. For my fourth midfielder, I've gone with Njai from Everton. He's an interesting pick for me. His output last year was ridiculously good, scoring 129 FPL points from just over half of the available minutes. He's on penalties and has a nice start to the season fixture-wise. Rounding out my midfield, I've selected Semenyo from Bournemouth. He's another 7 million midfielder, and honestly, I think he's being overlooked because of Bournemouth's tough fixture against Liverpool. After that, their fixtures look fantastic, and I expect everyone will be scrambling to get him. He's super attacking, managed 11 goals and 7 assists last year, and even though he overperformed his XGI, I'm willing to take that initial bad fixture. Up front, I'm leading with Ollie Watkins from Aston Villa. At 9 million, He's a very safe and reliable option. He's the nailed-on starting striker for a top 6 team. He scored 186 points last season and broke 200 points the year before. I always favor reliable, nailed players to start the season, and Watkins fits the bill perfectly. My second forward is Chris Wood from Nottingham Forest. He's priced at 7.5 million, and while I know he's been flagged for ludicrous overperformance in the past, he has excellent fixtures to start the season. He's on penalties, he's nailed in the starting 11, and he's known to go on those ludicrous runs of form. Forest's European football could mean some fixture congestion, but I'm hoping that won't be an issue early on. Now going on to the bench, my backup goalkeeper is Jose Sarr from Wolves. He's priced at 4.5 million, and I'll be using him in a rotation strategy with Verbruggen. For my bench defenders, I have Riches from Crystal Palace, and I also have Esteve from Burnley. He's a 4 million defender, and I believe he's nailed on as a starter, having played 46 games in the Championship last season. My bench forward is Mark Gue from Sunderland. He's a fantastic budget enabler at 4.5 million. And with his recent move to Sunderland, I think he's a natural fit for the third striker slot on my bench. For my goalkeepers, I have a nice rotation planned. Verbruggen plays Fulham at home in game week 1, then Everton away in game week 2. Jose Sarr will then sub in for game week 3 when he plays Everton at home, leaving Verbruggen on the bench for that week. In terms of defenders, I'm planning a swap in game week 2. I'll bench Tosin, who plays West Ham, and Wan-Bissaka, who plays Chelsea. In their place, I'll bring in Esteve, who has a home fixture against Sunderland, and Richards, who plays Nottingham Forest at home. Outside of these specific changes, the rest of my team will remain the same between game week 1 and game week 3. Now, I know not everyone will go with my exact team, so let's talk about some other great options you could consider for each position. So let's start with the goalkeepers and the budget options. I really like Kelleher at Brentford. He should get a lot of saves, which is an additional route to points outside of clean sheets. Currently has a knock, but will likely be okay to start the season. Petrovic at Bournemouth is another strong contender, especially as he seems nailed on. The mid-price point, Sells from Nottingham Forest and Sanchez from Chelsea are obvious choices, both playing for good defenses with decent opening fixtures, especially if you're planning an early wildcard. And the premium players, Alisson Becker from Liverpool is probably the best premium option, being nailed and cheaper than his team's defenders. I'm wary of Edison until I'm sure he's cemented as number 1. And Pickford, while playing for a good defense, is the same cost as Tarkowski, who I think offers higher upside due to defensive contributions. Generally, I recommend spending as little as possible on keepers. Now, moving on to the defenders, in the budget section, we start with Neco Williams from Forest, who offers a good mix of defensive contributions, attacking threat, and a solid defense. Collins at Brentford is also a great defensive contribution option. And besides my own player, Wan-Bissaka, Pinnock for Brentford and Senesi from Bournemouth, they're also good defensive contribution options. For those chasing 4 million starters, Rondon from Leeds is a strong possibility. Now on to the mid-price defenders. Daniel Munoz at Crystal Palace is a fantastic option, offering both attacking returns and strong defensive contribution stats. Everton's Tarkowski and Branthwaite are also great for consistent defensive contribution points. Other options include Murillo for consistent defensive contributions, Milenkovic for goal threat, and Hall for high attacking upside. And on to the premium defenders. My top pick is Virgil van Dijk from Liverpool, largely because of his consistent defensive contribution points on top of clean sheets and goal threat. Gabriel and Saliba at Arsenal are also excellent, offering consistent clean sheets and occasional goals. For riskier, high ceiling picks, look at Nori from Man City and Cucurella, obviously Chelsea, who can deliver big attacking returns. Now we move on to the midfield. So let's talk about the budget options. Elliot Anderson is a very interesting choice as a top defensive contribution point scorer and potentially on set pieces. Caicedo is another strong defensive contribution option. I'm still figuring out the best 4.5 million mid options, but a nailed player who gets consistent 2-point returns would be a good bench option. Now onto the kind of semi-mid price between 6 and 7 million. My pick of Semenyo for his attacking prowess and good fixtures after game week 1. Then there is Ismail Assar at Crystal Palace. He looks incredible value for his price, to be fair, and with underlying numbers that I've seen beat even Mbeumo. Rodri is a strong shout if he is fit, with defensive contributions boosting his already good goal and assist numbers. Sharda has great underlying numbers and potentially is carrying a knock as well, so keep an eye on that. He seems like he is okay and will likely start the season. And McNeil for Everton is a cheap assist merchant. The new loan signing of Jack Grealish to Everton could be a great pick, assuming he comes right in and starts. But I don't think I'll be looking at him until game week 3 or 4. Now on to the kind of higher mid players, 7.5 to 9 range. Now start with Bruno Fernandes. He's my top pick here for all-round contributions. Eze is a talismanic, reliable option with great attacking threat. And I really like Ertz. I think he will hit the ground running for Liverpool. Now onto the kind of premium midfielders. Beyond Salah, obviously, Cole Palmer at Chelsea is an incredible goal scorer and possibly even underpriced at 10.5 million. Bukayo Saka is a consistent performer with very, very good assist potential. And with Victor Gyökeres there, I'm hoping he gets those assists. Now let's move on to the forwards in the kind of budget area, 6 kind of mil and below. If Wisa leaves Brentford, Thiago could be an exciting option. There's obviously Strand Larson for Wolves. He is nailed. Had a good goal tally last year, to be fair to him. In the kind of lower mid price range, 6.5 to around 7.5, my current favorite pick is Evan Nielsen. He's cheaper than the others, nailed, and is incredibly good underlying numbers, and plays for a good attacking team with favorable fixtures after game week 1. Dominic Solanke is another one who is a proven Premier League goal scorer, but I'm monitoring his injury status. Jean-Philippe Mateta is a solid option coming away with a very good performance in the Community Shield. He'll be riding a high coming into the start of the season. Benjamin Sesko has just joined Manchester United at 7.5 million. It can be an absolute gem if he hits the ground running. But joining the club this close to the start of the season, I think it's a massive risk to bring him in. Now your kind of upper, almost premium players, the 8 to 9 million forwards. Besides Watkins, obviously there is Jared Bowen for West Ham at 8 million. He's a very reliable, nailed and talismanic pick, even if he's now classified as a forward. Gyökeres at 9 million is an exciting new prospect with a fantastic goal-scoring record in Portugal. Potentially a risky but high reward punt. Now onto those upper premium forwards. Haaland is the obvious one. He's still a monster despite some FPL managers avoiding him this year. His goal-scoring record speaks for itself. Then there's Isak, who is an elite player if he stays at Newcastle and is the main man. Keep an eye on this, as if he does stay at Newcastle, he'll likely not start the season, seeing as he hasn't trained with them much this preseason. So there you have it, guys, my draft team for game week 1, along with a ton of alternative players to consider for your own squads. Remember, this likely won't be my final setup, and FPL is all about adapting, but I'm feeling really good about the starting point. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. What players are you locking in? Any spicy differentials? Hit the like button if this video helped you out, and don't forget to subscribe for more FPL content throughout the season. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your Game Week 1 teams.